Hello, ladies and gentlemen, brothers, sisters, friends, comrades on YouTube, even a few new comrades on YouTube, to my family and to the love of my life. I am, hi to everybody, by the way. I am currently in Gainesville, Florida. We got the load off in Atlanta yesterday that I picked up from Simplot in Caldwell. Nice long trip out to Atlanta. Tight, man. This place is tight. I don't know how anybody that knows they're going to be loading and unloading 53-foot road trucks can put a fence 20 feet out in front of where the front of your truck is. It just so limits the ability to maneuver that it's just unbelievable. But somehow Americold in Atlanta seems to think that that's just fine. We're just, cram as many trucks in here as we can. And, oh, by the way, try and get it back in here just super tight and unnecessarily so. I don't know what makes them do that. But anyway, we got it in. I think I pulled up 12 or 15 times to try and get it in straight. No lines on the road or nothing. It was very difficult, and it didn't need to be. Just painted lines on the pavement would have been great, Whatever. So anyway, got unloaded there and went to a truck stop. Stayed there for quite some time. Got a message this morning on how quickly things can change in this business. Got a message this morning that said that, hey, they'll take you early. If you can get ready, you can get going. So I got going. And I got here about, I checked in at 1:15, I believe. And I got backed into a door at about 1:20. And I'm being loaded right now. And it's 2:45. So I've been here for a minute. But that's okay. I'm getting loaded right now. I'm going to try and get to a truck stop. I can't remember the name of the little town. It's north on the I-85. And I'm going to spend the night there if I can. I should get there early enough to get a spot. It's got 190 spots there. So, I should be able to catch a spot, I would think, at that hour. But I don't know. I'm in the east. This place is treacherous for trying to find parking around this area. So I'm going to try and do that. And then this load ultimately is going up to Newark, New Jersey. And I know I already know it's going to be a tight unload. Tight maneuvering there as well. I've already been warned about it, so whatever, it is what it is. Obviously everybody knows it's tight, so whatever. Now I know. So taking this up to New Jersey, unloading on Monday, and I've already got a load that loads on Monday. Got a window for loading there. It's like show up anytime before 4 o'clock Eastern time on Monday in some other small town in New Jersey, but New Jersey's such a small state, it can't be that far. So I'm not exactly sure how far it is. I haven't done the mapping on that just yet, but I'll pick up that load in New Jersey. Sounds like a pretty light load. I think it was somewhere in the neighborhood of like 32,000 pounds payload, which is going to make me like close to 70,000, maybe not quite 70,000, which is great. I'm taking it back to Caldwell, but I'm not going to the yard. I'm actually going to a delivery that happens to be in Caldwell, which is kind of nifty. Should be there on the 21st. And then my awesome dispatcher, Sandra Trosa, will be taking care of me to find me a nice recipe for icing on that cake. So that I can get home after the 21st. So here's what I don't like. This is a broker load. And, there's pros and cons that come with the broker loads. It's a happy, sad thing, I mean, I'm glad to have a load, and I really, really am, because I'm paid by the mile. And if this truck ain't, what is the term? The wheels ain't turning, I ain't earning. Facts. So they picked up a broker load for me, which means that they have to track my every move. They track me all the way across from shipper to receiver constantly, and it's on my phone. That I don't like that. I really don't like that. This is my phone. This is not a Leonards Express phone. This is not a broker phone. This is my phone. I pay for this. So that's one thing I don't really dig. I've got to download an app, and then I have to stay, allow all the time in the settings for the broker to watch where I'm at. So what happens is generally Leonards Express will give me a load, like the last load that I just took from Simplot to Atlanta. That's a Leonards Express load. They broker that load. They contract from Simplot. Wherever it goes is that's all Leonards Express. Well, freight in every aspect of OTR trucking, and the three major ones are reefer units, which of course I do, dry vans, which is Kevin and Tanya. You guys know who that is for the joy of trucking. And then there's flatbed. Freight is down in all of those realms of trucking. It's down in all of it. So what'll happen is Leonards Express, with, there's no exception to them, their freight's down too. They will contract out to a broker and say, hey, broker, I got a driver, it's out in Georgia. You got a load for it, brother? Or, do I need to call the next broker? So the broker will say, sure, we got a load for you, but here's our stipulations on what we want from your driver. And that's where I have to do the whole let me track you forever part of it. I got to take photos. And this is the first time I've ever had to do this. I have to take photos of the seal, the bill of lading, and the set temp on my reefer before I can even leave this facility. And it's all got to be confirmed before I can even leave here. So I don't dig that part of it at all. The Leonards Express loads are much easier. Everything's tracked by Leonards Express, and they know where I'm at all the time. They don't need me to download anything special or follow my phone in any way or shape or form. But broker loads, man, they call you all the time. Hey, where you at? It's a little annoying. I did have one broker load not too long ago from Shipex. They're out of Salt Lake City. And that was the most pleasant broker load I've ever had, because they were personable. They gave a shit about where my head was, where I was, how the truck's running, how I'm doing. I mean, they were very cool. I talked to two people. I don't remember their names. One male, one female, and they were both extremely nice to me. I just thought that was something to be noted, and I would work with Shipex again anytime. Some of these other brokers, it's just like, they got that attitude like, they have something you need, so never mind being polite, you need to respect me kind of crap. I just don't like that kind of, approach. I don't really give a shit who it is or what you're talking about. There's no reason to be, sort of, kind of a bully, if you will. I don't need it, because believe me, I'll bully back. I have no problem with that. None. But anyway, so this is what one of those loads is. This is a broker load going from Gainesville, Georgia, where I am now, up into Newark, New Jersey. And I can't wait to get this load off my truck Monday morning. And then I don't even leave the app downloaded in my phone. I delete it right away. I don't want that crap in there. And I don't want it in there any longer than it has to be. So I get rid of it quick. But the weather down here has been it's very humid, but the temp is like a little bit toasty as well. Right, currently 97. Man, it's a little rough down here. But, it's the southeast and it's August. What does a brother expect? So anyway, I did go by, this is kind of a treat, and I love little treats and travels. I went by and wasn't even expecting to Road Atlanta, otherwise Michelin Speedway, going the way of corporate sponsorship, just like, every other stadium and racetrack in the country. So I was on Georgia Highway 53, and on my way from the truck stop to here, I go by, I see this clearly was a racetrack. I mean, I saw the racetrack, the actual road, headed right towards, I don't know if they come toward the road or away from the road on that particular stretch of racetrack that I saw, but I saw it, and I knew right away, whoa, what? And just little signs all along the road, Road Atlanta. So pretty cool. That's an iconic raceway, and anybody that's been involved or a fan of racing for, the amount of time I have, since 1988, Road Atlanta and how iconic it actually is. NASCAR doesn't race there, but a lot of other forms of racing do race at Road Atlanta. So I've watched many years. I've watched Road Atlanta, and I just so happened to drive by it. I just thought it was really cool. And not too far before that was a little racetrack, just like a local yokel racetrack, which I love. And it was a paved track, asphalt. It looked like it was probably a quarter mile, maybe a little bigger, 3/8 maybe. I don't think it was a half mile. It didn't look that big to me, but anyway, so it was kind of cool to see, the little local yokel racetrack too. And then 6-7 miles down the road was Road Atlanta. I thought that was just as cool as could be, man. I wish I could have gotten out and taken a photo, but you're going to have to take my word for it. It actually happened. So anyway, getting loaded right now. Oh my goodness, I'm probably loaded already, and I can tell it's going to be heavy. I've got 63 pounds on my suspension load, which means that's a lot on the suspension. I'm probably pretty heavy. It says it's going to be 42,000, so it's probably 42,000, but I should be okay. It's going to be a heavy load though. I got to find a scale once I leave here, which is going to be at the truck stop I'm going to, which is only I don't think it's 40 miles from here. It's less than 40 miles. So I'll have to go do that and adjust the tandems accordingly. Not too much of a swivel right here. I'm at the shipper, so, not so much of a swivel, level 3 or 4 maybe. But boy, was I swiveling at that truck stop, man. I saw some funk coming out of there. That place was a madhouse. Just a ridiculous place to have to stay. But I was lucky and very fortunate at 8:30 yesterday morning to get a spot, because it was still loaded. There's 70 spots there, and they were all filled up. So anyway, not too much of a swivel here, but we're swiveling, as we always do. It's your boy Clydesdale. We're running Leonards Express. I want to thank you guys for being here. I thank anybody that's signed up and subscribed to the channel here in the very recent, which I know one brother did. Came over from the joy of trucking. That was really cool. I'm glad he did that. And he's been commenting on some of my past videos. Apparently a brother's binge watching, which very fine with me. And so I thank any and all of you that have subscribed recently or at all. Thank you so much. You do know who love you. It's your boy. It's Clydesdale. It's Leonards Express. We're running it, baby. Jersey. Going to Jersey. Okay? Okay. Peace.